Boys and girls, let me sit down and talk to you a little bit. Yeah, there is so many things to say, so many things to say to you, not to the other people who came to me this afternoon and asking about patrol, if I know any places where they can get fuel for their cars, for their vehicles, because for them, I did not have an answer. Well, I knew for like a minute or two when I asked that where to go, but after 5 minutes that information already expired. Whew. For example, there was one guy who was waiting at least 10 minutes while I was fiddling with my mobile phone, asking my friends, going on social media, going all over the place, asking all my friends if they know a place here in London in our area where he can fill up his car. And then he couldn't wait and left. And the moment he left, I got an answer. And you know what? That guy accidentally he went to that place, and later on he told me that the time he got there, it was already late, already closed up, already run out of everything. And when a petrol station runs out of everything right now, what they do, they close up the whole place and they basically run off, and that's it. This is what happened. Yeah, this is actually what happened in my house. There is a petrol station, and the queue all day, and this is Tuesday, the queue was stretching all the way to Brighton. And when they run out of everything, then they close down, and that's it. No more queue, the whole thing abandoned, and that's it. Everyone went somewhere else to look for petrol. And this is incredible. And winter is coming, and like the whole thing is really, really scary. This is 2021, and this situation could even if you see it on TV in like some sort of sick TV series, an episode like this, that wow, one day to the next there's no fuel, then you go like, okay, and you move on, because you can't even imagine that in Europe in 2021 you don't have fuel. And when just a few minutes ago when I opened my social media, it was full of sightings of people having a fist fight or using different sort of tools, pulling out different sort of things from their pocket, to get what they wanted, which is fuel to fill up their cars. Unbelievable day. And this is Tuesday. Absolutely unbelievable. You know, what I did this afternoon to brighten my mood, I was, well, making this kind of videos. Is it a hobby? Can it be counted as a hobby? Could be considered as a hobby? Might be. Anyway, it really makes me feel good. And I had this video 3 minutes long, and I wanted to stretch it out. Well, not all the way to Brighton, but at least 10 minutes, maybe 9 minutes, 10 minutes, something like that. And I was thinking, what should I do in the remaining 7 minutes that I can up to this 3 minutes video? And I said, no, I'm going to put some flashback, and that's all. Nothing else, because that 3 minutes is so amazing. It feels so good to watch. It really felt so good to make it, to talk about it. I'm talking about Saturday night when I met up with new people, completely new people. I never met them before. We just have the same goal, the same project. We're working on the same thing, and they were very open-minded, very accepting, very friendly, very caring. And to experience this was so good. Because what happened is, what happened since last year, March 2020. I remember my last working day. It was 13th of March. That was my last working day. So in my last working day, from that moment on, we've been told to stay put, to stay at home. But the problem is, I don't really have a home. I live together with a dozen people in a house. And before, we never really seen each other. Everyone went to work all the time, 8, 10, 16 hours, and then went out meeting friends, partying, and then all of us went home, sleep 4 hours, and then the whole thing started again the next day. We never really met. We never really met. And then last year, from March, everyone, all 14 of us, I don't know how many people were there actually, all of us, we stayed in a house. We needed to stay put. Restrictions, lockdowns, everything. You couldn't go anywhere. But there was no space. How can you tell people to stay at home when they don't have a home? Because there is something called a shared living here. Oh my God, we started to kill each other, of course. So, middle of the lockdown, I was moving twice. Can you imagine moving twice? I don't know the other people, but it really changed me. It really changed my whole personality and everything. And Saturday night, something happened, and I sat down with people, completely new people, and I could, from the very beginning, I knew I can trust them. They are loyal, they are open-minded, open to new ideas. They don't get offended on things like didn't even happen, and like, oh my God, it was so good. After more than a year, finally I could work properly. And I talk about this for 3 minutes, and I said, this 3 minutes is so good, I'm just leave it as it is, and that's it. I put some footages, like for example, the new James Bond movie, in the IMAX, the building of the IMAX. Oh my God, that is so good. And then I moved to southern of Hungary. Yeah, south part of Hungary, because I said I need some challenge, and the challenge was to move to my country. I was born in Hungary, I was raised in Hungary. So I said, I go to Hungary because I'm from the north. I've never been to the south. And I said, I'm going to go to the south. I know the language, I know the culture, because it's not a big country. It's not like, I don't know, Russia or Canada. It's not a big country, but still, I'm from the north. Going to the south, I thought it will be so much different, and it is different actually. I wanted to go somewhere new, in a completely new town. I don't know anything, I don't Google anything, I absolutely zero information. I wanted to move there, take a flat, which I did. I signed a contract for 5 months, and I said, that's it. It's like starting from zero, and that was the challenge, how I can handle it. And I could handle it. And I felt so good. And then, yeah, I came back. And since I landed, every single day I wake up like, what do I do in London? I was so happy in southern Hungary. Why am I here? What a struggle, man, what a struggle. But today this feeling was so strong, like, what am I doing here? I was so happy. Everything started out as a challenge. If I'm still in this day and age, I'm still open to a challenge, if I can do it. Because I was in my room for more than a year. Can I do something like this? And I did it, and it felt so good. I didn't even want to stop. I didn't want to come back to London. And yeah, and you know what else is struggle? After so long time, I did my fitness routine, 1.5 hour fitness with Riva. I put my mobile phone in front of me, and I said, I'm not going to stop this video. 1.5 hour of exercises. I will follow this guy. His name is River. I will follow him. 1.5 hour jumping, squats, push-ups, all this. And basically like 10 seconds break between exercises, and it was so good. I could do it from the beginning till the very end. But today morning I woke up, oh my God, I couldn't move. Every single muscle in my legs was crying, like properly crying for help, crying for mercy. Wow. And then that body ache, coupled with the soul ache to go back to south of Hungary. And I was like, oh my God. And then open the social media, all that problems with the petrol, with the fuel, people can't fill up their cars and they are like having a fist fight on the streets. It's like, what's going on today? What is going on today? This is Tuesday, man. Chill. Chill. Oh.